Chapter 15, Where Danger Awaits at the Peak. Is it bad if I don't feel my claws anymore? Mo asked the others. Aaron was carrying Charlotte on his back. It didn't took long for snow to start sticking in her fur and slowly turning her into a huge snowball. So whenever they were in an area with heavy snow on the floor, Charlotte had to go on. She was quickly writing on a sign and showed it to Mo. "Will you shut up?" Meanwhile, Aaron was saying nothing for quite some time. Mo was normally happy about him not talking when he was upset. But at the moment Mo just wanted some distraction. Right now, the weather was his worst enemy. "Aaron?" Mo asked him. "Do you think Articuno is really not here? I know, the guildmaster told us so, but still, what if? We can talk. Just leave it to me," Aaron casually said. Mo had no idea if he was serious or if he was just trying to calm him down. Either way it wouldn't help. "You're worrying too much, Mo," Aaron explained to him. "I'm worrying that I'm worrying too less," Mo answered. "How about we sing something?" Aaron suggested. Mo thought that was a good idea. He would do a lot of things now to forget the biting cold that was blowing through his cloth. "And what?" Mo asked. "I don't know," Aaron said. They were silent for a while. "Aaron, remember this song we sang together, back then in Kapim Town? While we were out camping, roasting shmallows?" Mo said. Aaron snorted and smiled. He knew. Then Mo began. "It was boo-oo-oo-earn 3 da's to la-a-8." Then Aaron joined in. "It was boo-oo-oo-earn none when t-e-e-eat and in ha-a-8." Mo. "Grandma's got a belly, but she got to know nee-e-e-eek." Aaron. "Antrine healed used to be male, what the?" That moment, out of nowhere, an Altaria came down from the sky and grabbed Charlotte off Aaron's back. Aaron reacted quickly and grabbed Charlotte by her legs, now having a tug-war with the Altaria, and with Charlotte as the rope. The Altaria tried hard to lift up both Charlotte and Aaron and flapped with its wings, while Aaron was also trying to stay on the ground. Aaron turned to Mo and called out for him. I know," Mo answered to him. Mo charged his energy and shot his thunder shock at the Altaria. In its pain it let go of Charlotte. She and Aaron were both also slightly hit by Mo's attack. Not knowing what Mo was planning to do and in surprise by the thunder attack, Aaron was still pulling Charlotte towards him. As Altaria suddenly let go, Aaron smacked himself right in his face with Charlotte. Altaria began circling in the air for a few seconds before falling to the ground right in front of Mo. "Are you all right?" Mo asked the other. "You could have warned us," Aaron told him angrily while rubbing his nose. "I had to think fast," Mo defended himself. "And what are those doing here? Are they living here?" Mo grabbed Altaria's wing. It felt soft like cotton and was warm. "Come on, let's get going before more come," Aaron suggested. "Wait, I've got an idea," Mo said as his eyes glow up. With his claw he got of a piece of the Altaria's cotton-like fluff. He inspected what he just cut off and stuffed it under his disguise. Mo began cutting off more pieces of the knocked out and stuffed his disguise with them. "What are you doing?" Aaron asked Mo in confusion and disgust. Mo turned around and presented him a piece of the cotton he just cut off. "Want some, too? These dragon types can live here, because the cotton keeps them warm and cozy." Mo continued stuffing himself. Improve. Adapt. Overcome. Or as Richard would say, survival. After a short while, Mo was almost double the Mimikyu he was before. Now with the inside of his disguise filled with soft cotton. "You're creepy," Aaron said and shook his head. "I'm a genius. And warm now," Mo told him and continued on their way. Mo had no idea what time tea was, but he was sure it was in the late afternoon already. They haven't seen any hostile Pokémon for some time and, much to Mo's joy, their way was not so steep anymore. It started to snow softly as they arrived at the area, followed by some steps. It seemed after these steps the mountain ended. They were almost at the top of the mountain. Arceus. Thank you, Mo expressed as he saw what was ahead of them. We actually did it. We still have to look for the key. That's important, Aaron reminded him. For me, right now, the most important thing is to finally go home again, Mo said. Just off this mountain. And right now, I don't care how. Right as he said this, tackled him down. Mo rolled on the ground and could feel some of the fluff that was still inside his costume falling out. Aaron called out for Mo. Mo was lying with his face in the snow. Who or whatever attacked him, it was pinning him down. What a pleasant surprise to meet you here. We have much to catch up after your little meeting yesterday, a soft male voice said to him. No way, Mo said to himself and unleashed his thunder shock on whoever was on top of him right now, hoping it wasn't who he thought it was. But it was. The Pokémon who pinned him down let go and Mo quickly stood back up, now facing the attacker. Agurish iced with a scared face. Andre. You again? Mo asked him. I was just looking for the key myself. Fate wants us to meet again, Andre said as the face on his pumpkin body began to glow. One last time. Me and Will, Aaron and Charlotte prepared to attack Andre from behind. Go to the pike. Look for the key. I can handle this jack-o'-lantern myself, Mo told them. First they hesitated, but decided to run to the peak, leaving Mo alone with Andre. Let's hope your friends can handle my minions. They're waiting up there, Andre said. Mo's eyes began to glow as well and he presented his claws to him. Mo and Andre began circling each other, waiting for the other one to attack first. Here we are once again. And this time it's just you and me, Andre said with a smile on his face. When you think I'm the same Mimikyu you kidnapped and tied up in that cave, you're wrong. I'm now Mo of Team Purple, Mo answered. I'm not the same, either. Look at me. Look what you have done, Andre said, now much more angrier, and pointed to his scar. This wound, your wound, never healed. I'm disfigured. My appearance was the most precious possession. And you took it from me. I'll get you for this. Andre screamed and a blast of fire came out of his mouth. Mo didn't expected this, but still managed to dash to the side and dodge the attack. The fire was hot enough to melt some of the snow between him and Andre. Well, Mo said and paused for a moment. You're not my type, but some ladies like men with battle scars. They silently continued circling each other. I dreamed of the day to meet you again. Eye for an eye. I will play you back 1,000,000 times what you did to me. I will have my revenge, Andre explained to Mo. Mo stopped and his claws disappeared under his cloth. You know, I'm not questioning your motive on getting your revenge. In fact, I understand you quite well. If it's to heal your soul, to send a message or bring justice, you have the right to desire revenge and to get it. Even if it can't make things undone. But I will make everyone face my wrath who stands in my way. Plus, I also still have some business with you as well. Andre now stopped as well. Both were now just looking at each other. Where are your buddies, by the way? That ice cream cone and the one with the legs. Are they also members in the Dark Forces? Mo asked him. Not as a way to calm Andre down or to waste time. He was interested if the forces would really hire all three of them. The forces of evil broke into our prison, trying to find new recruits, Andre explained. They freed us three, but Nobari and Freezy got recaptured shortly after. Andre was now smiling again. Not a happy smile. The smile of a maniac. I didn't need them anymore anyway. They were just standing in my way. Mo decided now was a good moment to strike. Just as Andre finished his sentence, Mo attacked from the distance with his thunder shock again. Just like Mo before, Andre reacted in time and jumped high into the air, almost flying. Mo looked up and saw something flying towards him from Andre. Something small. It landed right on Mo's fake head, between his fake ears. A seed. Before Mo knew it, he was covered in vines, tying him up. Mo started to feel sick and exhausted. He felt as he could fall asleep any moment. Andre landed on the ground again and slowly approached Mo. "You already lost. You and your guild," Andre explained. "We've sent our troops to all locations. If I won't find the key here, the others will somewhere else. And I tell you, I'm not the strongest in our forces." "Then you lost as well," Mo said. Andre tilted his head to the side. "You probably know what the Origin Stone can do. And you can guess what happens once someone finds it," Mo explained. Mo's claws appeared from underneath his cloth and ripped off the vines that were covering him. Mo threw the vines in front of him to the ground and looked at Andre with his glowing eyes. "Hell!" Andre took a deep breath, preparing to use his flamethrower again. Mo grabbed his fake tail and threw it at the Geist. It hit him right in the face. Andre held his face in pain and growled. Smoke came out of his mouth. Mo ran towards Andre with his claws prepared. He jumped up and swung his claw at Andre's face, like he once did. This time, just in time, Andre managed to grab the claw Mo was trying to attack him with and threw him to the ground. Lying there, Mo quickly grabbed his fake tail, rolled to the side, and attached it back as he stood back up. Just as he did this, he just saw a shadow fall, thrown by Andre, flying towards him, hitting him and sending him flying backwards and back to the ground. While Mo was lying there, he started to realize that he may have underestimated his enemy. He also realized he couldn't remember what his name was, let alone the ones of his, now former, mates. Something starting with a. Andre picked up Mo from the ground. Mo was too exhausted to do something at the moment. He held Mo right in front of his face. Both now directly looking into the eyes of each other. Andre's eyes were shining in a yellow bright light as well as Mo often did. "You are nothing. A little worm. A wannabe Pikachu." Andre was mocking Mo. "I will put you on fire and watch you burn slowly. This will be a wonderful view. Just beautiful. I thought about rubbing your ashes on my ruined face. Then again, you're not even worthy being face cream." That moment, something snapped inside Mo. His power returned and he clearly remembered the things Andre and the others did. He saw even more in Andre's face. Ziggy, Nia, Richard, literally everyone who has ever tormented Mo. As Andre was preparing yet another flamethrower attack, Mo filled his claw with dark energy and smashed his across the Geist's face. Andre let Mo go and held his face, screaming in pain. The spot where his scar was now even nastier than before. "You're dead," Andre shouted as he turned around. Andre spit another flamethrower out of his mouth, even bigger than before. Instead of dodging, Mo used his thunder shock against Andre's flamethrower and extinguished the flames in the process, leaving Andre baffled. Mo was enveloped in a dark aura, his eyes glowing bright. "I'm Mo, of Team Purple. And I will teach you and everyone else not to mess with us." "Mess with me," Mo said and shot another thunder shock directly at Andre. The Geist fell backwards, screaming in pain and shaking from the electricity. Mo stopped for a moment to catch his breath. Andre was lying in the snow. Steam came out from his body and he had problems to breathe. But for Mo the fight wasn't over yet. Mo unleashed another thunder shock, shocking and hurting the still defenseless Geist, still screaming in pain. Mo stopped again, letting the Geist breath, and started shocking him again. And again. And again. And again. And again. "Mo, what are you doing?" Mo stopped for a moment and looked to his side. Aaron was standing there just a few feet away from him. I'm fighting that gurish ice from before. What do you think it looks like? Mo answered. To me it looks like you're torturing him, Aaron said. This is not torture. This is self-defense, Mo said and began shocking Andre again. He's down. He can't fight anymore. This is unnecessary violence, Aaron answered and stepped forward. Mo stopped again. This guy attacked us. He's trying to kill me. He was one of the invaders from yesterday. And he was a member of the group that kidnapped me. He deserves it. With this said, Mo began shocking the gurish ice again. Stop it, right now, Aaron shouted and dashed towards Mo, pushing him to the ground and stopping him from shocking Andre more. You need to calm down, Aaron tried to explain to him, now more calm. Mo's eyes began to glow again and his dark aura got even stronger. How dare you? Mo said slowly as he stooped up. Get out of my way. Mo, please. I know you're angry, Aaron said but was interrupted when Mo suddenly grabbed Aaron's neck, starting to choke him. It was hard for Aaron to breathe and let alone to talk. He tried to break loose, wiggling and slapping Mo with his ribbons. Mo looked deep in his eyes. At this moment he had the same anger to Aaron as he had with Andre. He was not his friend. He never was and will be. Mo prepared to thundershock his so-called friend as well, as he suddenly realized something. This was not right. What was he doing? What was he thinking? Aaron was not the one he was angry at. Aaron just tried to help. Mo let Aaron go. Aaron breathed heavily and just stood there, looking at him. Mo slumped and began to cry. I didn't want all this to happen. I just want to have my peace, Mo sobbed. He looked at his friend, still trying to catch his breath. I tried my best. But my best is not enough. It never was enough. Please. Make it stop. Make it stop.